Gear Talks.
77, 78, 112. Where are we, Matt?
78-ish, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. It's so crazy. Welcome to the show. It is Thursday, July what? I don't even know the date. 12th?
To 10th.
10th.
Yeah.
I was close.
Yeah.
I was within a week.
Close.
Right? I was close. Can't say the 12th isn't close to the 10th. That's not fair, right?
It is, man. But, you know,
Thank you.
you need to be better than close for the
Yeah,
day,
I agree.
right?
I
Yeah.
agree. Yes.
Do you know who the president is?
Yes, Barack Obama.
Yeah.
How am I
good.
doing?
Very good.
Good. You know who I don't know, though,
What's
right now? Who is in charge? I don't know. Who's in charge.
I think it's you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
How was your night and day? You know anything?
It was all right.
Yeah.
Working on stuff for the show.
Yeah, me too, man. Up early and out, dude.
Yeah.
Been sweating all day.
I know. Well, we don't have any air conditioning in here.
Oh, God.
I mean, we have an air conditioner, but this thing isn't.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically surrounded by 110,
Yeah.
and we get down to about 93 in here.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm grateful.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm very grateful.
Could be worse.
Oh, it could be real worse.
Yeah.
So today's a cool show brought to us by Barnes Paving, the great people there at Barnes, BARNES paving.com. Give them a call. Certified with the Better Business Bureau. Incredible people. And I'll tell you something. Incredibly nice people. Like, they're not just good business people. They're just, like, nice. You know, you just like talking to people.
That's the kind of people you want to do business with.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
We got another sponsor this week. They should be on board officially Monday. We'll have the commercial ready.
Yeah.
Should I say who it is?
Yeah. I mean, if you can, sure.
I'm proud
do
of
we
it.
know our first date?
No, but that part. But they'll be advertising on the show
Yeah,
as
let's
of
give them some love.
Monday. Want to thank the Falston Barrel House.
Yeah.
Came on big time for us.
Love it.
Thank you guys very much.
We're going to be spending some time up there.
Yeah, Ellie and Bill and Corey now, who is the I don't know if you saw, they hired him as like the entertainment director up
Is that
there.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going
Are
to be
we entertainment?
I don't know what you call us. Just hired hands, you know what I mean? Kitchen help with no kitchen experience. What do you want to do? You want to meet our guests right away?
Of course.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, do the honors. I know you're so excited. I am too.
Well, we had Kim up here not too long ago from Kim's Crypt.
Yes.
And in addition to all the haunted attractions that they have up there that you can go through kind of during the Halloween season. And what am I saying? She does stuff year round now at this point. But one of the things they do up there are ghost tours.
Yeah.
You've been up there, haven't you, Mick, to Kim's Crypt?
Yeah, one time.
Yeah.
And it was very early and it wasn't even really done yet.
Yeah. So this is, Kim's Crypt Haunted Mill is, it's like a whole town. This isn't just like some haunted attraction that you go to in a mall strip store somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, she bought an entire town with multiple structures. I think she said 62 acres.
Yeah.
So they've got an entire haunted trail and then just a bunch of buildings you can go in. And it's not like they built these structures for the haunted house. These are old structures.
Yeah, I agree.
Old houses and things. And who knows what's in those buildings until you go up and meet our friends right here, which would be Kathy and John joining us right now, who are official ghost hunters.
Yes. Absolutely.
Is that the title you guys go by?
Well, technically, everybody has upgraded to paranormal investigator, but yes, we're ghost
That's
hunters.
right, because you guys are part of the paranormal.
I am the founder of the Berkley Paranormal Society.
Berkley Paranormal Society. Gotcha. And now I'm just curious, will people call you guys if they think they have a spirit in the house, and like a Ghostbuster, you would go in and rid the house of a spirit?
Perfect answer. Well, perfect question to start with. Yes, someone will reach out either to me or one of my team members and say, hey, I think this is what's going on.
Yeah.
So what I do is I will reach out to them and find out just a little bit about what's going on, so I know how to move forward. I don't want my team to know.
Right.
Because if we have a mindset that you have a spirit in a certain room, you're going to go looking for that spirit in a certain room and you might miss something.
You might miss a worse spirit down the hall.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't go in my cousin's room when I was little.
Really?
See?
Yeah, I had a weird feeling when I walked in it.
Oh.
There
My
you
one
go.
cousin. It just was like, you walked in it and was like, man. It wasn't like the temperature changed, but it was like, You just get a vibe.
Well, that's what they were telling me off the air, that that's a common thing when there's a spirit around. You guys said that it gets colder.
It can get colder.
My question is does it actually get colder, or does it just feel colder? Are you going through something?
They're drawing out the heat in the area to be able to manifest, whether it's...
They're using the heat as energy?
Yes. And that's really all spirit is energy.
Yeah.
So you might be standing there and feel something lightly brush your hand.
Yeah.
Or you feel like you walk through a spider web and there's no spider web.
Yeah.
That's ways of spirit interacting with you. And then you've got some practical jokers that will pull your hair.
Right.
I had one investigator at Brunswick who got pinched on the butt.
Lucky son of a bitch.
I'm just saying, she was like...
Oh, it was a lady? I'm sorry. I thought it was a guy. I apologize.
She was like, I think I'll go wait in the cars. I respect that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, how did you guys get into this? How do you find yourself into the paranormal?
I was raised in a very religious home.
Yeah.
And
can I ask, Christian?
Yes.
Was it Catholic?
No.
No? May I ask which denomination?
Believe it or not, Pentecostal.
Well, maybe that plays into it. That's a little goofy at times.
Well,
you know what I'm saying.
If you're looking for an argument, you're not going to get one. Let me just say.
So are exorcisms part of the Pentecostal church?
Oh my gosh, yes.
They are. Okay,
Yes.
I didn't know. I know the Catholic Church does, but I didn't know about Pentecostals.
Oh, it's nothing like that.
I don't want to preach to the lady who was Pentecostal, but it's a very, very spiritual faith. You believe that there are the Holy Spirit is around you constantly, and demons are constantly fighting the Holy Spirit, and you're helping am I doing good?
Yes.
And you're helping the Holy Spirit fight off these demons. Yes. Well, the Holy Spirit is really helping you.
Yes.
And then have you done the tongues? Have you done tongues?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it real?
Yes, because there's just something that comes over you and you have no control. I mean,
so it is like it absorbs.
It's like going to a different level spiritually.
Right. Have you ever done it?
I have, when I was much younger. I'm very involved in church.
Did you honestly feel like you were experiencing a spirit, like a energy in you from something?
Yes, I couldn't put it into those words at the time.
Yeah.
But yes, it was a very comforting feeling, but you don't feel like you're inside your body at that point.
Sure.
So it's like you are taken over, but it doesn't hurt you. You're not afraid. It just speaks through you, and then when it's done, it moves on.
Yeah.
Now, the cool thing is you guys brought a bunch of this equipment and stuff with you. I mean, did you find your way into this through the church? And then you've got all these ghost hunting equipment that you use.
I actually did not find the answers that I was searching for in church.
Yeah.
So I did walk away. I would consider myself spiritual now. And most ghost hunters are going to refer to themselves as spiritual because we'll use different parts of different religions depending on the circumstance. So the few items that I brought in is just a sample of what we have.
Before we get into them, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Matt, if you're okay, I'd like to talk a little more about the spirit world.
Of course, yeah.
And what I mean by that is this. If somebody were to come up to me today and say, Mickey, do you believe in ghosts? I would say no, because to me, a ghost is this thing that floats around, whatever. If somebody said, do you believe in spirits? I might have to pause. And so I want to ask some questions. When in life, you walk around. And there's times where it's eerie and you feel things or you experience things. I worked at Bethlehem Steel when I was young. And part of my job was to go around the entire ship. I worked at the shipyard and go around the shipyard and basically check on all the buildings. And you're talking about buildings that have been sitting there a long time with tens, hundreds of thousands of men that have passed through them, et cetera. And some nights you'd walk in, they're pitch black. You got a flashlight and I can't explain it, but your body senses something. And my question is that just fear or natural fear of just being scared? Or is have you felt like, holy crap, there's something here? Is that what I'm feeling?
Yes. It doesn't always have to be something negative.
Right.
You're just reacting the way that you normally would. You don't know what it is, so it's fear.
Sure.
But different spirits interact in different ways.
Yeah.
Like, I do not have the gift of sight, but I can pick up on the emotions of
When you say you don't have the
spirit.
gift of sight, you mean you can't see
I can't
spirit.
see spirit.
Right. Do you believe some can?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Really?
See and hear.
Absolutely.
Say close to the mic.
See and hear.
Yeah.
People can hear them?
Yes.
Like you've had people actually just like talk to them.
Yes.
I was going to ask you, Mick, what,
Wow.
do you feel any spirits right now, Mick?
Not Jack.
Because
No, I got a little cramp in my calf. I don't know what that is.
because they brought a spirit with them. They were telling me.
Yes.
You brought a spirit?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you bring one?
Well,
you have to send an
before-
invitation.
Yeah,
You got to check their schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
exactly. You know, he's a
That's
very
funny as
busy
hell.
young man.
Yeah.
Since we met you and talked to you through Kim's, Samuel is one of the spirits up at Kim's Crypt.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a young man who was about 9 years old, we think, when he was killed. He was a young slave boy, and we have just developed the most wonderful interactions.
So you can't see them
I cannot.
and you can't hear them.
Right.
So how do you have this is a sincere question.
Mhm.
It's not a gotcha question.
Mhm.
How do you have a relationship with someone you can't see or hear?
Let me take that on.
Okay.
She started out because she's a sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
She can feel emotions. She
Yeah.
can feel.
An empath almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's more so the
And-
way I describe myself as
Right.
an empath.
From well, I haven't been in this that long, only when I
Right.
met her.
Yeah.
But what I see is that a lot of children go to her for protection.
Really?
Yes, because she is not afraid. She's
You're not afraid of like the little
No.
kid from 200 years ago? Huh?
No.
No, and that's the part of it is that like the person who killed Samuel, and he killed Samuel because Samuel saw him murder Jacob. Okay, because
And
It's a whole
it's
saga.
a whole
Okay.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys know the story?
We walked in blind.
Yes.
So everything that we have got to this point is what Spirit has given us. And I've been going to Kim's for 6 years now. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of research in there.
Right.
You communicate with them little by little. And I am so grateful that the children that are there come to me as a mother figure, or I took the wrong kind of candy. So they called me grandma that particular weekend
Right.
because I didn't take the peppermint candy. I took a York peppermint patty,
Right.
and it
I
was
got
wrong.
You screwed up.
Yes, and they let me know that they called me grandma instead of by my name. And I
Wow.
was like, oh, okay, I understand. I will make it right from now on.
Now, Mick, they when they came in here, they showed me they've got, what are they called? Dowel
The
rods?
dowsing rods.
Dow-
Oh
Housing
yeah, I
rods.
found water with them once.
Well, that's what I said. They look like the ones that people
Yeah.
find water with. They
Yeah.
said these are made from a different material.
Okay.
And she was showing me how she was talking to the spirit with
Mm-hmm.
these things, and it was moving. But then they let me hold it. Asked it the same questions,
And it moved.
and it moved in the directions that it was supposed to move for, like yes and no. And
Mhm.
You got a hug.
will you let
Yes.
him hold these things?
Can I hold them?
Absolutely.
Do I hold the beads or whatever this is?
Yes, hold the beads.
Put your thumbs on the two wooden beads.
And I think it's important to point out to people that you can't control those. Like those things are.
I'm spinning them right now.
Yeah.
Well, I
they're
tilted that.
specially set up so that the beads spin, the wire spins in the beads.
Okay. So what do I do now? I'm holding them.
Okay.
Well, you want to hold them?
Tell me what to do.
All right. Do it like this. Bring them down. No, down.
Well,
Down.
it's okay.
Right.
You want to kind of
Yeah.
point them down.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. Now you bring them up very slowly, and you want to keep them about that far apart.
And just hold them still.
Right.
Okay.
So just stay there.
Don't
and
move
then-
them.
My hands are touching. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's fine.
And what you want to do is you want to ask Samuel if you can
Why don't you guys ask? Because that's what you were doing with
Let
me
me try.
before.
His name's Samuel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Samuel, are you here?
It's okay, Samuel.
It's okay, sweetheart. He's a friend of mine. You're safe.
Come on, Samuel. I'm
Can
a
you-
good guy.
Can you tell him yes on those dividing rods? Can you? Come on. It's okay. He's safe. You're safe with
what is
me.
what is the motion for yes again? Is it them to spread apart or to get closer?
Spread
they'll
apart
cross.
is no.
To spread apart.
Cross is yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Samuel,
They're gonna
can you
cross
cross
over.
them for us?
Don't be shy.
It's okay. Don't be afraid. It's okay.
Are you doing that, Mick?
Thank you.
Did you see that?
Are you doing that?
I didn't do anything.
I swear to God, that is exactly what happened, but way more exaggerated
Okay.
when I did it off the air earlier, man.
All right,
Samuel.
I'm going to ask Samuel some questions.
Ask him
here.
for a hug. Ask him for a hug, Mick.
All right. Well, Samuel, I want you to know that I like you, and I'm sorry for what happened to you, for real. But Samuel, I would like to know, are you happy where you are? Samuel, are you happy? Was it you or... Dude, that's freaky as shit, man.
But that's the way they interact with you. If you
Yes.
stagger your hands just a little bit,
And
just so that they can
cross.
totally
Okay.
cross. Samuel, can you make them cross for me? Can you show us what yes is? It's okay.
Now, Mick, you were joking that you could move those with those beads. You can't. You
No,
can't
I
move
can't.
those with the
I
beads.
can't do anything right
Yeah.
now.
Come on. Cross it for me, please. Come on, Samuel. You can do it. Good job.
I swear to you, when I
Good
was doing,
job.
look at that. Look at that.
Good job, Samuel.
Thank you, Samuel.
Yeah. So she was asking me that off
Absolutely.
air. That thing
Wow.
moved all by
Oh, no.
itself.
That's
Wait
a
a
little-
minute. You got to do something else since we got you that far.
Okay.
Okay. Either stand up or push your seat back a little bit.
All right, I'll stand. Let me get my
He
mic right.
is standing.
Yeah,
Oh.
shut up, Matt.
That's the same thing they say about me.
By the way, people don't know this. Matt's a certified communist. I'm telling everybody.
Yeah, right.
He's an enemy combatant of the state. All right. Okay, what do I do now?
Samuel, I told you Mickey's a friend of mine and you're safe. Can you give Mickey a hug for me, please?
It would mean
We're
a
going to
lot.
show him some love. Give him a hug. Now you're going to want to step back from the microphone some. Okay. Good job, Samuel. Can you?
What the fuck? I'm not doing this shit. Have some.
You just got a hug from Samuel.
You just got a hug. That's love.
Isn't that crazy?
I swear to everyone, I didn't do anything.
I'm telling you, that's the exact feeling that I got, man. I was like, whoa.
He was giving you
He was
love.
giving you a hug.
No, Samuel, I'm sorry. I don't know how to hug him back. I'm sorry, Samuel. Oh my God.
I'm telling you. And, they had some other electronic devices in here earlier. And when they started asking about hugs and are you there, that kind of a thing, they were going nuts.
All right. So what's
So
that
we'll get
remote
into that,
control
but-
you have?
This is a K2.
And
You guys got to kind of hold those up so the camera can see them.
right to yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
We
that's
good?
called a K2.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I had a football when I was a kid called a K2. It was my favorite football.
Oh, I remember that game.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
K2. No. There was a ball.
Oh, I thought you meant the little electronic
No, it was
football
either
game.
K2
Yeah,
or KYK2
Okay.
or something.
And now Mickey.
I'm holding
Just-
this.
You can hold that.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is ask Samuel if he will light that up.
Show
for
that
you.
to the camera, Mick. Hold it up a little bit. so
Okay.
we
It's
can
in
see.
my hand for those
Yeah.
of you who can go to me, Matt. Okay.
I am, yes. So
now
the-
go to the other camera. Right. So you see that's my hand. That's
Yeah.
okay. So, Samuel,
Would you please
would you please
light this up?
light this up? Samuel, I'm doing a show right now, buddy. You're making me look bad. Come
Samuel,
on,
it's
Samuel.
okay, honey. You're safe. You're with us. You're safe. Can you light it up to yellow?
You're helping Kathy.
Samuel, we have lots of friends at home that would love to see you make an appearance here.
Can you light it up to yellow? You showed us how to hug.
Don't be shy.
Can I talk to
We're all
Samuel a minute?
friends.
Can I
Yes.
try it?
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Samuel, listen to me. I know your history. I know the time of earth you were born was awful. And what you went through is a disgrace, and we're sorry.
Yes.
But I promise you, Samuel, if you show me yourself right now, that I will do everything I can to tell everybody how cool you were and how amazing you would have been. Yeah, come on, Samuel. You're getting there. That green, yeah. Go to yellow, buddy. I promise I'm safe. I promise you. It's probably hard to trust somebody like me. I get it. Come on, Sam. See? Come on, Samuel. All right. Well, Samuel, he's trying.
He is trying.
I don't know what. Oh, God, he just did it when I looked at him. And when I look, I don't know if you guys can see that.
I did see. I just saw the yellow light.
He's doing it now.
Yeah.
He
That's
tends
wild.
to joke some.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Samuel. That's incredible.
Is that not cool?
And then it went right back down, dude. That's wild.
Now you guys want to see some stuff then? If,
Does that
if
ever
people
get to
call you?
Does that ever get to red? Like, do you ever
Oh,
pick?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Now,
Oh,
when
yes.
it gets to red, does that mean they're mad?
No.
No,
It does. It's just how much
it's
of their
just how
energy
much
in the
energy
room.
they're able to push it out.
Wow.
And it may be multiple spirits in the area, which would
Make it
overload
even-
this.
yeah.
Right.
Now, have you guys ever had an experience where you had to get out?
Yes. Well, where I had to step away from the case, yes.
Really?
Yes.
What happened?
We got a call from a family in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia,
Yeah.
who had a 2-year-old daughter that was waking up with bruises. Not good.
Yeah.
So I talked to the mom and dad. Mom and dad both in the military, and I'm not getting the kind of vibe where anything would be odd. So we talk, and I go down, and there were obviously Harper's Ferry is going to be very haunted because of everything that happened. There was a young soldier there that would not communicate with me because during that time period, women were in the kitchen taking care of the kids. So at that point, I had to turn it over to John and my other investigator, Frank, because he's going to talk to other men. He's not going to talk to me.
Right.
And you did find out, what was his name?
Well, he let me know he was a major in the Union Army out of Ohio.
Oh, that's Doug Watson. I know Doug. I'm kidding.
Wait a minute. He owes you money.
He does, Doug. In a beret. He took my beret. I'll never forgive Doug for that. Go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. He was walking through the woods, and he didn't die in the 1861 war at Harper's Ferry. He died in the 1862
Wow.
war in Harper's Ferry, and he was by himself, got shot, crawled up a hill, and died. His family,
Holy crap.
his regiment, nobody knew what happened to him, and he was an unrested spirit.
Wow.
And he wanted his story told so that so that people would know that he was there. And he actually led me to where he died with the dowsing rods in a forest I've never been in. He led me to the point and crossed them when we got there.
Amazing.
And me and Kat went out and got a little, like old fashioned style lantern and a period Union flag.
Yeah.
And we went there and did a prayer for him and put those there. And
Yeah, I talked to him when we found out what was going on. I did come forward to him and I said, listen, I understand now what happened. Will you be at peace if we come back and we give you a memorial for your service?
Yeah.
And he said, he through the instruments, he said yes. And I was like, okay, give me a little time to get everything that I want together and we'll come back. And Frank was in fatigues. We had, the mom and dad had served in the military anyhow. So there was that presence. We all said a prayer for him, thanked him for his service. We left markers there. So he wanted somebody to know, not only did I live, but I died, and this is where I died.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, that's all they want.
They just want their story told.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mick, do you have audio playing somewhere? Yeah.
I don't.
So are you guys ever able to bring forth a spirit for somebody? Like, for instance, like a loved one that someone knows that has passed on, or someone that you know
Yes.
who's passed on?
My mother.
Really?
Yeah.
And I mean, so what? I mean, like, what is the process of that? Like, how do you?
It just
tell you.
happened naturally.
Oh, it
for
happened.
us. Yes.
My first investigation was in Gettysburg. Gee, that's a great place to
Yeah,
start,
I was going to
isn't it?
say there's about 8,000 spirits up
Right.
there. Yeah.
Well, we have this equipment called SLS.
Yeah.
And what that does, it attaches a stick figure to you,
Right.
Matt, Kathy, me,
Yeah.
spirits. If they're sitting up on the ceiling or in
Yeah.
a chair or whatever, they will get a stick figure.
But it'll
Have-
be in a different color, so you
Right,
can
right.
say,
Yeah.
okay.
So, we're going on through the night and all this really cool stuff's going on. And it's like they got attacked over in the townhouse areas.
Yeah.
And I went up there and I'm like yelling at the things. I'm like, go ahead, push me, do something.
Yeah.
I'm getting nothing. Right.
Right.
Well, at the end of the night, we're down in the basement. And one of our other investigators, Neil, told Kathy, he said, come here, look at this. And I didn't have a stick figure.
Right. Oh,
I didn't have one.
wow.
I was
Which he
being
should
blocked.
have.
Right. And right down there, we started figuring, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I am dead. Well, if I'm dead, I would have had a stick figure.
Right. Right. Right.
Right. So she grabbed the dowsing rods and asked for my mother. And she said, are you here? And it crossed yes. Are you here protecting John? Because it's his first investigation. Said yes. Do you feel comfortable that he's going to be taken care of? She said yes. The next day, my stick figure was on the SLS.
That's crazy.
Freaky.
It is.
So my question is, should people be afraid of ghosts?
No,
No.
No,
no.
because you guys mentioned a couple things to me. You mentioned number one, you don't use. We talked about this off air. I mean,
Yes.
you don't use Ouija boards,
No.
and
Absolutely
you
not.
you won't do anything alone. So kind of explain that a little bit to me. Those things.
Doing any type of ghost hunting, and we're all kind of strange characters. I have no problem walking through the cemetery at 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's not safe. You need at least two people.
You mean because of people, not because of ghosts
Well, if you're going
walking
You
around
don't-
at night. Yeah.
right, you know,
Yeah.
you never know. Are you going to get hurt?
How come people always ghost hunt at night? Why don't they go during the day?
That's a very good question
Yeah.
because
Witching
they're
hour.
there
All the
during
time.
the day.
Yeah.
So yes, but a lot of people believe that
They just do it for the
witching
creep
hours-
factor on the TV shows then?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've gotten
Exactly.
responses in the middle of the day out in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's the whole thing is, yeah, there's bad stuff out there, but you can sense that. Well, people like Kathy and some of our other team members, they have the ability to feel that presence of something
Yeah.
not good,
Yeah.
and we walk away.
Mhm.
And you call in a team that handles that kind of thing. They can do exorcisms, they can do banishments.
Have you guys done that?
I have walked away. As a matter of fact, the case down in Harper's Ferry,
Yeah.
I did everything that I could to get this one evil entity off of. I mean, we blessed the house. We put oil and salt in the house. We put metals in the yard. We blessed the yard. We did everything that we knew how to do. And I finally got to the point where it was like, okay, well, I've gone through everything in my bag of tricks that I know. It's time to pull in somebody else. And anybody who's been doing this for a while, you network and you meet people. One of the people that I was very blessed to meet was Bill Bean. So I could suggest him, and I suggested another very good demonologist out of Pennsylvania named Jeff Leeper. I said, those are the two that I've met and, I'm comfortable with. Ended up calling them and had the priest come in, do basically
What's the craziest thing you've seen at an exorcism?
someone actually laying on the floor, breathing around and having their tongue flick out like a snake. That was the
Wow.
craziest thing I've ever seen.
Craziest thing I ever saw at an exorcism was a cover charge.
Yeah.
Charged me $20 to watch that.
Yes.
I was pissed.
I don't blame you.
No, but listen, so the paranormal stuff,
Yes.
I have a hard time with.
Okay.
But I'm respectful. I am. I have a hard time with it for me. Today was a little weird with them rods because I know I didn't do anything.
Right.
And I knew I was okay because I just, they stayed straight for a while. It, like my hands naturally moving, it would have moved way earlier.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could feel the balance. And when they started moving, there was nothing off, like nothing. And it's weird, man. I do believe that maybe now in life, like I think about things and I have different philosophies about things. I do think that energies are everything. The energy, whatever the natural energy that keeps us alive, I don't even know what you call it, but there's an energy, electricity, whatever you want to, that makes us a living thing. And I do think that the body can go and somehow that electricity can remain in limbo.
Yes.
Or however, I'm not smart enough to explain it. So it's the part where we can talk to them where I go, damn, that's just weird. It's hard for me to really comprehend how easily you do it.
Well,
Why was it easy for you guys to accept it?
because you stay open-minded and
Yeah.
skeptical.
Well, I
Okay.
feel like I am like
You have to.
if I walked into a room, seriously, and I heard, Mickey, don't panic, stay calm. And I was like, what? And they said, listen, I'm a spirit. I just want to talk to you. I'd literally, I'm telling you, I would be like, I'd be scared shitless, but I'd go, okay. And then
I would run out of the house.
I think I might too. Like,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
there's
When
no way.
Yeah, I don't.
And I'm kind of like you. I'm agnostic, where I'm open,
right.
but I've never seen or felt
Right,
it other than today when you gave me those rods today. That's my only experience ever. Not
Right.
mainly because I haven't been around, you guys
Right.
or ghost hunts or anything like that. But I want to believe that there is life after death, and I want to believe that our souls go on. And like you said, maybe it's an energy or something that
Yeah.
is still able to communicate with us in some way. I would love that.
Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you this. The best way to find out is to come out to one of our investigations.
I'm too scared, so
I'm a giant
Well,
It's-
to be honest with you,
baby.
every place that we host,
yeah.
like Kim's and a couple other places, those places we have gone through them with fine-tooth combs,
Yeah.
okay, to make sure that there's no dangerous situations that
Yeah.
anybody could walk into.
Right.
So when you come out, what we do is we teach you how to use the equipment. We're there to monitor,
Sure.
and you have your own experience. You get your own answers, you get your own responses, and you make up your own mind. We don't put anything on
Yeah.
anybody because it's not a base
Yeah.
found science.
One,
Okay.
one of the cool things they do, man, they were telling me they've got what's the meter called where you can hear voices?
Oh, the
Obelisk.
S box.
The S-box. Okay, so
anything like that.
So have you ever seen those, Mick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what they'll do, they'll send somebody into another room, and that person will ask the questions, and you'll be in here with the machine and getting the answers. I mean, that would be a pretty good convincer for me. How about you?
Yeah. If I walked in another room, started asking questions, and the
Yeah.
answers came to you,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna probably go, what the hell's going on? here?
Right. Yeah.
And what we do is, they have headphones on,
Mhm.
they have blindfold on,
It's called an SD session.
right?
I mean, I don't know what to think, man. Especially after them rods.
Yeah. I know a lot of
See-
people. I have a lot of friends that believe and they love this stuff. I've never been out to it, but you have one coming up at Kim's Crypt
Yes.
on July 19th is the next one,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
We're gonna put the flyer up in the messages for people too, so they can find
Yeah.
it. But
That'd be great.
yeah. I think
Without
that's-
a doubt. Let me ask you, how long have you been doing it?
Kim's Crypt 6 years. How long have I been ghost hunting? 20 years.
Really?
A little over 20 years, yeah.
Tell me about your first hunt. Where'd you go? What'd you do? Why'd you do it?
Well, the first one was Fort Mifflin.
Where is that?
Fort Mifflin is by the Eagle Stadium.
In Philadelphia.
Yes.
Is that where, are you from there originally? No. Okay. All right. You just went up to Philly.
We went up there to go to Fort Mifflin, and it's a huge history.
Is that right on the Delaware
place.
River?
Yes.
Yeah, I know it well. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Very historic
so
place.
We're walking down the sides by the casements, and there's an open, very open, like old-fashioned kitchenette like they would have. Now there's nobody there. It's a weekday. Just me and another ghost hunter. We smell brownies.
Both of you smelled it?
Yes.
Wow.
And this is an old kitchen where nobody's around or cooking anything.
And clearly nothing has been cooked in
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the brownies?
Yeah.
Find the brownies. So we go in through some of the casements, and we connect. There were, like I said, there were different ghost hunters there from different groups.
Sure.
So I never used my first name. So we're in this casement, and everybody introduces themselves, Don, Chris, whatever. I'm Kathy. So this one young lady says, "Hi, can you tell me your name?" And it through one of the devices, and it doesn't happen instantly.
Right.
This is a slow process. Found out his name was Carl. Okay. Told us he was 28.
Now, how do you find out his name is Carl?
It'll tell you on the obelisk, or it'll spell it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Serious?
You mean like not on a Ouija board? What would they spell it on?
There are different devices that you can get, and it will print out the word so that you know what it's saying. Yeah.
Okay.
For real?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, here's a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you design a piece of equipment like that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know the science to do that?
Right.
That's the weird part.
It's built with a library of so many words. So spirit gets to pick and choose, I guess you could say.
And almost never, you get like one word at a time.
Yeah.
When you really have a relationship going with a spirit, you'll get a complete sentence.
Yeah.
Which is very
Is it
rare.
hard to make relationships with spirits?
It depends.
I mean,
on the spirit
or
on you.
Well, you want to treat the spirit just like you want to be treated.
Right.
Okay. So, it's like if I walk in.
So I should go in naked.
Right.
Come on, man.
The next time we're at Kim's, you're coming naked.
Done deal, Kathy.
But yeah, if I walked into your house, sat down on the couch, kicked my shoes off and said, "Get me a beer."
Right.
You'd be like, "Get the hell out."
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right.
So if you're respectful and that kind of stuff, they'll be right.
We're walking into their house.
Yeah.
And, you just have to be respectful and don't, if you bring negativity, you're going to get negativity.
Of course.
Okay. So what you do is you ask questions.
Permissions and things. Yeah.
Right. And you thank them.
Yeah.
It's respectful.
Sure. So I got a question. What do you make of the brownie smell? What is that? Or what do you make of that? Dessert. Yeah.
Well, I wished it was dessert.
Right. Yeah.
We puzzled over that because, like I said, it was like a Wednesday. There was nobody there. There were definitely no reenactors.
Right.
Why would you?
Ghost brownies.
Yes. Fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, fresh brownies. That's okay. But it gets interesting because while we were walking through the casements, this spirit, Carl, became, I don't want to say attached to me because he wasn't, but he was following me.
Okay.
I guess that he felt comfortable. So Kim says, "Can you say my name? It's only 3 letters. It's really easy." No. What do you mean? It's really easy. You can say Kim. No. So she says, "Well, can you say anybody's name in here?" Now remember what my name is.
Right.
It says Emma. I went, "What did it say?" And everybody's looking around. "Who's Emma?" I was like,
wow.
"It's my first name."
Wow.
Nobody calls me that. All of my friends.
Everybody calls you Kathy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So how did it know out of the people that were there?
Whoa.
And there was only one other woman there, and her name was Kim. How did it know to call me out
Right.
You weren't wearing a name tag. Or anything.
No.
You didn't ask the question like, am I going to be there tomorrow?
Nope. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys worried that these things are going to well, obviously you've got a spirit followed you into here. You
Yes.
say that the boy, are you worried about things following you home?
All
No.
the time.
He says
Yes
no.
and no.
Because what happens is when we go into an investigation, we say a prayer. At the end, we say another prayer. We ask the spirits to stay where they are. And we also sage,
Yeah.
which is a,
Purifier.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And ask everybody to,
Be calm and
right.
respectful.
Now, with Samuel, Samuel and Kathy have a relationship that's been going on.
Does that bother you? I mean, you're not jealous, are you?
Well,
If you need me to talk to Samuel, I'll get them rods back in my hand real quick.
well, there was this one time at band camp. No.
Yeah.
But no, it's a love. It's like she took him a ball, okay, and there was nothing around. She was right there near the water. Walked the water a little bit, came back to where the ball was supposed to be. The ball was gone, and 2 feathers were left.
Huh. Huh.
And that is no joke.
2 physical items were left for you guys. Does it now? You guys see that a lot?
It's happened. I found the feather, the same feather. Okay, and these are not feathers that is normal for any.
Yeah, they're like brown and yellow instead of
Right,
like all
and-
black or black and white.
I found one out front of our house.
Yeah. Jump right on that mic, John, so we can hear you.
Oh,
There you go.
right in front of the house. I found one
Yeah.
and
Wow.
took it in for Kathy. So Samuel and Kathy had this. It's a protection thing because there's another spirit that's at Kim's is the overseer who killed Jacob and Samuel.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there's a whole big story that goes with it, which we're not going to get into right now. But he feels safe around Kathy and
Yeah.
myself
Yep.
because we protect him.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if he comes and hangs out, that means he's being either, yelled at.
Yeah,
or
I get it.
whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I would rather have him here with us than up there.
I get it. I understand. I just, it's weird to me when you think about all this stuff because it's not like it's you two are the only 2 people in the country that do that. I mean,
We're not.
thousands of people
Yes.
are in this world.
Really? Come on.
And so let me take it one step further,
Yeah.
and then we're going to get. You know what? I'm going to come back, Matt. Let's get to the news brought to us by Barnes Paving. Can we do kind of an abbreviated? Not abbreviated, but let's not get off the. I want to talk to them more. You know what I mean?
Of course, we will. Yeah.
I want to get to the news by Barnes Paving, bringing it to you. BARNESpaving.com. 10% off if you mention Mickey Talks. Here it is. You guys chime in. We maybe work the ghosts in. Ask Samuel his opinion. That's the facts. Matt, what do we got, buddy?
So OpenAI is going to be releasing a web browser that's going to compete with Google Chrome.
Yeah.
Launch their own thing soon. The company plans to release this AI-powered browser in coming weeks, according to 3 people who know about the project. The browser will use AI to change how people browse the web. So instead of just like clicking through websites, users will be able to chat with the browser, just like you do with ChatGPT. And the browser can also do tasks for you, like it'll book a reservation for you, it says, or fill out forms on websites.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So this will
Not
be
in.
Oh, my God. This is great.
big competition for Google, which, they are the mighty Google. You never thought you'd see the day
Dude.
when they could possibly go away, but something like this
Dude,
could be it.
let me tell you something.
if they don't get in first.
If I can push a button and it's easier to Google,
Yeah.
bye, Google.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, Felicia. Like, I'm gone.
Of course.
You know
Of
what I mean?
course. Yeah. So we don't do politics on this show on purpose,
Right.
but I don't care if you love Trump or you hate Trump.
Yeah.
This is just funny, man.
All right. What happened?
So did you see this? Trump was impressed by the Liberian president's English.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the
By
video
the
of
way,
this?
I don't know if you know this. The people in Liberia Speak English.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So just for the record, I could have done the same thing at that table that Trump did. I got video here.
When I heard it, I started laughing so hard. That's beautiful. Your English is impeccable.
I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. That's beautiful
interesting.
English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well, and they come from.
I don't care if you love
That's
him or hate him.
hilarious.
That is hysterical,
But
man.
the enemies of him are just destroying
Oh,
him
of course,
over.
yeah.
It's
Critics
hilarious.
saw Trump's comments as ignorant and offensive,
Yeah, of course.
and it
they
would have
did.
been if it was intentional. But
Right.
I don't think it was intentional.
No.
I mean, look, when a guy comes from Africa and he's like, hello, Mr. President, it is on.
Right.
You would think that's not his first language.
Wow, what great English you're
yeah.
speaking.
Wow, where'd you learn that? It's amazing. It's like you know all the words already.
You know more words than I do.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's very interesting. Yeah.
So there was a man that was rescued after taking a 500-foot fall while bicycling. It's a guy out in Seattle.
Damn.
Lucky to be alive. He was mountain biking recently. 51-year-old guy biking along No Name Creek out in Seattle when he fell into a ravine and suffered a debilitating leg injury.
Yeah.
The man then was able to send a one-word text to 911 on Sunday saying help.
Yeah.
It went through, and dispatchers were able to communicate with him through the broken cell service for an hour and a half and taught him how to make a tourniquet to slow the bleeding. Crews responded with a hoist equipment helicopter and airlifted him to a hospital within about 3 hours. And police say that his one-word text to 911 likely saved his life. Otherwise, you guys would be talking to him on your little electronic
Yes.
devices, right? Yeah.
All right.
Never been in a situation like that.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm not going to lie.
That's an emergency where I thought I would, help wasn't coming.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is a New Jersey town that's been accused of using opioid settlement funds on concerts.
Woohoo.
According to a report from New Jersey Comptroller Kevin Walsh's office, Irvington used over $630,000 on 2 concerts in 2023 and 2024, and they called them Opioid Awareness Day events. Walsh says Irvington has taken extraordinary legal action to keep the report from being released, but the appellate court cleared the way for it to become public. He says that Irvington misused hundreds of thousands of dollars that should have been used to help people recover from addiction.
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's great. I don't even believe it.
You don't believe it?
No.
With the concert price tickets of concert tickets these days?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So there is a study that's out now that says that 9% of young Americans use booze or drugs at work.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a new study out of Ohio
I
State
can believe
University.
There's nothing
Yeah.
new about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to be shocked when you find out who the majority of the workers, what they do. It says that specifically the study found that jobs with the highest risk of having workers drinking or drugging on the job
Painting.
are in the food preparation / service industry.
Yeah, I believe that.
A,
Yeah, I can believe it.
or in safety sensitive occupations, including construction.
Painters drink. Like I've been on 10 paint crews in my life.
Yeah.
9 of them should have been in an AA meeting.
Oh, God.
I was the only guy on the crew that was like, I'm not drinking today. Like, it's crazy. A lot
That's
of
why
those
you're a
guys.
saint.
Yeah. Well, I'm nowhere near sane. That's for sure.
Yeah, they said it is huge in blue collar or heavy mechanical jobs, which is scary though, because,
Yeah.
roofers, those guys are up on roofs.
Yep. It's bizarre, man.
Not a good place to be when you're intoxicated.
Agreed.
No.
No,
Operating heavy machinery.
no, you don't drink when you do that. You get high.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them, kids.
Yeah. Kids, don't do what the ghost hunter says. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a woman who's been charged for a lottery scam out in Wisconsin. She pleaded guilty to forging lottery tickets at the gas station where she worked.
Yeah.
26-year-old Hope Johnson. So what she did was she printed more than 800 lottery tickets without paying for them. It cost the gas station $8,800. And then she allegedly took the winning tickets to another gas station and cashed them in, and she pocketed like $2,800 in winnings. She's been sentenced to 10 days in jail, 2 years probation, has been ordered to pay $13,000 in restitution. And she's also prohibited from working anywhere that sells lottery tickets anymore.
I wonder why.
That's just beautiful. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious.
We couldn't buy lottery tickets for a little while, Mick. We were prohibited from that when we did the lottery drawings at TV 11.
Yeah, I used to get I used to buy them and then give them to somebody.
Yeah.
Say, if you win that, you son of a bitch, I know where you live. Yeah.
So
do you play the lottery when it like the Powerball when it gets up to like that 500?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You do, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys do it?
Occasionally, not all.
Let me ask you. Do the spirits have access to that shit, like knowing the numbers and stuff?
If they do, they have not shared
All right,
in
good.
20-some years.
All
Let
right,
me
Kat.
tell you.
Well, let me tell you something, Emma. If they I'm kidding, of course.
Somebody up there's gonna know something.
Yeah, man. That would be the greatest superpower of all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I agree
Some
with
people
you.
winning lottery tickets.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. So Mick, you're a big soccer player here. There's a Chinese soccer club.
Fan, not a player anymore.
Sorry, fan. Yeah. There's a Chinese soccer club that has been fined for putting talismans into the opposing team's locker room to attract evil spirits. Maybe you guys
Hey
can
guys,
chime in
what
on
are you
this
doing
here.
Monday? We're going to China.
Right.
Taking care of this.
Yeah,
Wow.
apparently good sportsmanship doesn't include ancient curses on your opponents, apparently. One league, though thought they'd gain an edge by slipping yellow Taoist talismans in the Visors locker room before a June 28th match. The paper charm scrawled with lines such as, by decree, the other team, I can't even pronounce the Chinese team, must be defeated.
Wow.
It was meant to summon bad luck for the other team. This week, the Chinese Professional Football League fined the offending league about $4,100 for resorting to feudal superstition items.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but the kicker is, man, the curses might have worked because the offending league won the game 2-0 and now sits second in the table. But the victory is overshadowed by ridicule and questions about their earlier matches where away squads reported similar locker room surprises.
Wow.
I love it. I really do. I think it's
Oh
awesome.
my gosh.
Yellow towels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Exactly. The terrible towels. Oh, God.
Gosh.
Researchers have now found out, they figured out what makes some people cool, Mick.
Listening to this show.
Think?
Well, what makes people cool? I got to hear this.
So the
I'm
new
gonna see
study
if I
figured out what
possess
makes
any
people
of this.
cool by asking people from 13 different countries around the world.
Okay.
They wanted to know who people thought was cool versus good and
All right.
what made them different. So the study found out that cool people share 6 main traits. They're more outgoing, they're fun-loving, they're powerful, adventurous, and open to new things and independent.
I'm all those things except I don't. Am I adventurous? I think I'm adventurous in a sense, but I'm not like I'm not like a speed junkie or adrenaline guy.
Have you ever been married?
Yep.
Twice.
Well, then you're adventurous.
Good point.
Touche, my friend.
Good people, on the other hand, are more traditional, secure, warm, agreeable, careful, and calm. The researchers used British businessman Richard Branson as an example of someone cool. He's done adventurous things like going to outer space, flying hot air balloons across the Atlantic, and racing speedboats.
Yeah, all 3 of those things are moronic, though.
You think?
Why would you go around the world in a balloon when planes exist?
Yeah, balloons are pretty sketch, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you thinking?
You know, you can't even control those things, right? You just
No.
go up, you blow hot air into it, and you just pray that you don't
just
crash.
pray you
somewhere.
don't fall
Right.
Yeah.
or it doesn't pop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's not adventurous to me or cool. I think that's stupid. I do, don't you?
I don't. You know, when I was young, I think I wanted to go on a hot air balloon ride.
Yeah.
But then, as I got older, I kind of realized, oh, this is like,
Suicidal.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. The hot air balloon was around the Civil War. You know that, right?
Right, Phineas Fogg.
Yeah. But it really was. But like, it ain't got improved upon. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. There's no steering wheel in there.
yeah, there's nothing. You
You
just
go
light
up and you go down.
yeah, and the heat keeps you up.
And you can crash.
Right. It's
Yes.
nuts.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Mm-mm.
No, Kat, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it
Tell
either.
the ghost, don't look for me up there. I ain't gonna be up there. No way.
So there's this woman who Amazon kept sending hundreds of fake leather seat covers to. She's out in San Jose, California. You might have heard about like brushing. Did you ever you heard of brushing from Amazon?
No.
Brushing is where it was kind of an online shopping scam where people would just send you random packages to the house.
Yeah.
I was getting them in my house for a while.
And
Just random stuff that we wouldn't order.
right.
I mean, just weird stuff.
Yeah, but what do you do with it?
I mean, you just keep it.
But I mean, who
they
paid
wouldn't take
for
it
it?
back. So what they were trying to do, they were trying to get companies would send random people these things so they could go on and use your information to write a fake review. Because if they send it to your address, and that boosts their product up.
I got
So they
ya.
were using this scam to do that.
Is that a scam? I think that's
Yeah,
smart.
it's a scam. You're not allowed to do it, but
I don't understand why. Why can't people give you free stuff?
well, they can't write free. They can't write reviews for you in your name if you didn't order the product.
What if they said this? Hey, we're going to send you this product. Just send us your name and
Yeah.
we'll write your own review.
I think that's cool, but they weren't
that's
doing
what.
that.
All right, we're going
Yeah.
to start doing that.
Yeah.
We're going to send everybody a penny, and they are going to write awesome reviews on different social media
Yeah,
platforms.
or just subscribe to our YouTube channel
yeah,
at
please.
Mickey Talks Pod.
And Rumble. I want to
Yeah.
talk. Thank the people on Rumble. And hello from Montana, James. If you're still there, my friend, on Rumble, and of course, Tired 2020. That's maybe our best fan on Rumble. Watches everything.
Right on.
So thank you to those people.
Absolutely. And so this woman was not, she wasn't part of this brushing thing. She was getting these hundreds of Amazon packages over the past year. They all contained the same thing. It was oversized fake leather car seat covers, which were made in China. They're scattered all over her property, and she can't fit her car inside the garage anymore. She's also refused delivery on hundreds more. She reportedly complained to Amazon, but they gave her the runaround, and they promised her the deliveries would stop, but they didn't. They told her to dispose of the boxes herself or donate them, but the woman said she couldn't afford to do that, and no charity wants hundreds of fake leather seat covers. So she contacted the local news, and they looked into it. So it turns out that the Amazon seller was in China. China.
Chinese.
And what they did was they randomly put her address as the return address. And the reason was because they wouldn't have to pay to have all these large boxes sent all the way back to China that way. China. Yeah.
China, a long way away, man. China.
Yeah.
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 Now, I'll tell you this. I am convinced AI is going to replace everybody's job except the ghost hunters. They're not going to figure that out.
Right.
Except for talk show hosts. They're not going to figure that out. They won't be as good. And then,
Well,
but like
they already got
everything's
these fake DJs.
What's
everywhere.
that?
They already got these fake AI DJs.
Yeah, well, that's simple. That was the Rolling Stones. Here is the Whoa. I'm sorry, that's the Who. AI screws up pronunciation sometimes. But no, I do believe that like these companies, especially the Chinese companies, which are kind of it's like the Wild Wild West in China right now. You can do whatever you want. The laws aren't their laws, and I think that's going to get crazier. I think we're going to. I think people are going to start buying cars and stuff like from all over the world and cheap things that you're just going to be able to buy that are expensive. It's going to be weird. I just think 20 years from now, it's not even the same planet. Do you think it's going to be?
No, of course
No.
not. Yeah, it's going to be.
I think, I'm starting to think that Elon Musk was a little smarter than I thought. There might be generations from now living there like it used to be here. You know what I mean?
No, what do you mean?
So, like, I think when they get to Mars, the AI is not going to be there to do everything. So, if they really do try to build a habitat there somehow, you're gonna have to send some people that know how to build. And you know what I mean? You're gonna have to use people again.
First people are going to be, literally pioneers. I mean, they're going to be like the old. It's going to be Old West.
Dude, they will be bigger than Columbus.
People are going to die.
America.
Tons of people are going to die to establish Mars as a place to live.
Don't think that way, Matt. We might get it on the
I
first
think it just
shot.
happens.
You're right. We're probably going through 40 or 50 of them.
I'm sure.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
And then those people will be forgotten. And whoever makes it and pulls it off will be the Christopher Columbus of Mars. And then 200 years later on Mars, they'll hate him because he colonized the planet and took it from its natural habitats. No one, right? So that'll be a big deal. I'm ready for it, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Martians?
Oh, they have total recall.
Yeah.
So there's a sleepwalking woman who woke up one morning to discover she'd spent $8 the night before getting a DoorDash delivery of a single packet of honey mustard.
Oh my God.
She woke up one morning, discovered she spent $8 to get food delivered to her home. There were just two problems, though. She had no memory of ordering the food, and there was no trace of it anywhere in her home, save for a picture on her phone sent as part of an email confirmation. It was only when she discovered a sachet of sauce and checked the footage on her Ring doorbell that the truth revealed itself. Her name is Miranda Knowles from British Columbia, Canada. Finally realized what happened. She wasn't entirely surprised, though, because she's been a sleepwalker her entire life. Started when she was a young child and still happens up to 10 times a month. She does this all the time, orders food and in her sleep. She says that sleepwalking has taken on a different form, though. Lately, I've been door dashing random items in the middle of the night. She said just regular things, onion rings, a single bottle of Coke. She says, although I don't drink Coke, I either see the email notification when I wake up or I go to leave for work and there's a bag of cold food at my door.
Okay, so I completely forgot about this until you started telling that story, Matt.
Yeah.
When I first started back to token, you know what I mean? Hitting the weed pen.
Yeah.
It hit me very hard, right? It would hit me very hard, so I only did it at night. And one night I was home, I'm alone, and then I got hungry, and I DoorDash food, and I'm stoned. Don't get me, but I'm sitting in a recliner watching TV, fall asleep. Probably wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. This is like hours later.
Hours.
Yeah.
And I go, man, can't believe I fell asleep, right? And I look at my phone and there's like a message thing, and I open it up, and it's DoorDash, and it says your driver is here. And I looked at the time; it was like 4 hours before. Right? So I open it up, and I'm like, oh my! I ordered a meatball sub, a bag of Doritos, and 2 iced teas from Wawa. Stoned out of my mind.
Oh my
And let me tell you
God.
something. When I woke
You're
up,
like, I'm going to get some Wawa.
dude, when I woke up at 3:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
and knew that there was Wawa at the door, I'm not gonna lie, I was thrilled. Like, it was the greatest goofball thing of my life. And I'm telling you, I laughed through the entire meatball sub.
Oh, my God.
Just laughed at what an idiot I am.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
All right, those are the facts, Matt.
Great
We,
job.
of course, have our
Yay.
our ghost hunters here, and you guys are going to be at Kim's Crypt Haunted Mill on July 19th, right?
Yes.
Now,
Correct.
tell us about that. Like, what can people expect if they show up on July 19th? It's kimscrypt.com, by the way. It's Crypt with a K.
Yes.
And they get their tickets there.
Yeah, you'll go online at Kim's Crypt Haunted Mill, and she'll let us know how many people are coming, so I know how many team members to bring and how much equipment to bring.
So once it starts, take us through the tour. What happens?
Once everybody gets there, I always start out with a prayer.
Right.
I ask for protection. I ask that the spirits have confidence that we're going to share their story and we are not going to disrespect them. And then I ask that at the end of the night, they stay there for future stories to
Love
be
this.
told.
Yeah, love it.
So that's how we start the prayer. We start out in the basement at the House of Eyes of Kim's, which is where the actors do their makeup and everything like that. And usually we get some interaction down there. Sometimes not so much. So we're like, okay, we're not getting too much here. Let's go upstairs.
No, wait. You called the House of Eyes, and I'm familiar with that because I've been up there before.
Yes.
But what was that building before it was the House of Eyes?
It
Like, what
actually
was it?
was
A barn.
a barn on a working farm.
It was a barn on a working farm. Gotcha.
Yes.
And there's 3 levels to this. I think you were telling me earlier, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that place haunted?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Even though Kim would debate it with you to the minute,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she does not believe it. But there has been so much that's happened there.
Now, you said it kind of progressively gets more ghosty as you
Yes.
go up these levels, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that. So what's on the second
So
level?
you go up to out of the basement to the, I guess technically it's the first floor, and there's all these little vignettes. So they're small, and a lot of it have animatronics in it. But we go when they're not during the haunting season.
Yeah.
So everything is off, and there are no actors there. It is just us. So there's no jump scare, anything like that.
And what size group are you with? I'm just kind of trying to paint the picture here.
I have taken one person through, and I've taken 20 people through.
Gotcha.
It just depends
Yeah.
on what's going on in people's lives.
Yep.
So we start there. We give them the, equipment. Give them, walk them through it. We're always there if, do you suddenly have a headache? Do you suddenly have a stomach ache? Do you feel lightheaded? Anything like that? Let us know. Let one of my team members know. We'll get you out, because spirit affects in different ways. I've been in Gettysburg and smelled old-fashioned pipe tobacco, and when I looked around, there was nobody even smoking a cigarette. So it just depends, on what you're going to get at that particular time.
Yeah.
If we have younger people, we tend to get more interaction with the kids. So
even the dead like to be around people like them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
imagine if you die at 15, you don't want to hang out with a 60-year-old ghost sitting around. I go, hey, kid, I remember when I was down there. It sucked. You know what I mean? Right, yeah. I just love to see the spirit. Some old dude sitting there with like this young kid. And the kid's like, we got to go down and tell them we're okay. They never talk to us, kid. Don't worry about it. I've been back 60 times. It's not worth going.
That's a question. Did you ever see a spirit? You see ghosts?
She can't see or hear them, right?
There have been 2 occasions that I actually saw something.
Shadow.
And
Up the Ramble Woods.
even though I've been doing this for so long, it still makes me wonder, did I really see that?
Well, I would imagine, and I've heard, many stories and watched many documentaries and things. And I got to imagine that if I saw something, the first thing I would do was question my well-being in the moment. Like, okay, am I high? Am I drunk? Am I manic? What am I doing here? Is this did I really just see what I saw? That's got to be hard to wrap your head around, right?
It is.
Even for somebody that believes it's hard.
Yeah, we saw cigarette smoke out on the porch in Ramblewood, and there was nobody out there.
It was that old guy. Kid, I told you I came back one more time. It wasn't worth
Exactly.
it. Yeah, I'm going back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 I've had experiences in the car, right, where I'm driving, and it's like very late, and I'm tired as hell. I am not a drinker, and I don't like to drive after smoking, certainly.
Right.
But so I'm sober, and I'm driving, and I'm tired, and I'll just be in my head. And like Matt, I think Matt agrees with me. Matt and I talk for a living, and there's noise around us for a living. So like in the car is an amazing time for guys like Matt and I, because hearing nothing is peaceful. Like, am I right, Matt? Don't you have that?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
especially when you're at an event for a long time and interacting with a lot of
fans
people,
are
and it's
pounding,
loud,
you're
and
doing
then,
comedy or
you just want to
whatever.
be in silence
Yeah.
on the ride home.
And I find that sometimes when I get to a certain point in the drive where you're like, oh God, I got 30 more minutes and I'm home, or 20 more minutes. And it's usually in that moment where I feel like there is something in the car that just goes, you're good, man. Relax. You got 15 minutes. You're home. And I talk out loud. I'll be like, I'll say things like, yeah, you're right. And I go, who the fuck am I talking?
Well,
But like, it's not like I'm hearing things. It's
in your head.
Yes.
Because I had to say it. That's how I met her.
In your head? Well done. Let me see if I can manifest a beautiful lady like that. Hold on.
Hey, look, I asked
Shit, it's Matt. It didn't work.
Hey, I asked her for a little head. She gave me this.
Give me that. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. You heard what he said, and that's what he held up. God, that's funny as shit.
But
You're going to get us barred from the internet, but it was well worth it.
But seriously, what drove me to go over to the flea market
Yeah.
was a voice in my head, and I did the same thing. I'm riding down the road and I'm talking to myself. I'm like, who the hell am I talking to?
Yeah.
And it was a voice telling me go to the flea market
Yeah.
and buy a hat. I swear to God,
Really?
really. And I was
You got bad hair. Is that what it is?
well, you got to watch that man right out of your hair.
Right.
So I went over to the flea market and I went to a shop that the woman who I was with before, Kathy, passed away from ovarian cancer.
Oh,
Very
I'm sorry,
horrible.
man. Yeah.
18 months of hell.
Oh.
And so I went to the shop that, we used to go to. Wasn't there anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, dummy, who are you talking to in the car?
Yeah.
And I found a men's shop, haberdashery.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, started trying on fedoras. And I hear this voice say, the brown one's sexier. And I turned to look, and our eyes met, and we've been together 7 years since
Kathy,
November.
that was your opening line. The brown one's sexier.
Flew
No,
in.
sweetheart.
Yes.
That is a greatest first line I have ever. Let me tell you something. If I'm ever trying on a shirt and a lady comes up to me and goes, "Get the blue one, it's sexier on you," I'm buying 10 of them and following her out the door.
Right.
Believe that. Hell yeah, brother. That's a
Hell
great
yeah.
story right there.
And it's the
There you
God's
go.
truth. And we've been together. It'll be 7 years in November.
That's amazing. And Matt,
Did she get you into ghost hunting then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had an experience. Had an experience during my second marriage, which I knew me and my mother. She was my best friend.
your wife or your mother?
My mother.
Okay, gotcha.
No, never a wife. Best friend.
What are you crazy? My wife, my best friend. What?
But she, we had a house in
Yeah,
Parkville, and we were hosting our first Thanksgiving in the house.
yeah.
And I was joking with her. I said, Mom always burnt the rolls. And she said, your mother must have been a lousy cook. And I was like, oh, hell no. You
Right.
didn't go there. I said, no, you don't. She goes, I'm say what I say. I said, you're on your own. And me, her, and the dog and the cat are in there watching the Macy's Day Parade. We had a tray of dinner rolls on top of the toaster oven underneath the counter, right? We heard boom. We go to investigate. The tray of rolls was in the middle of the kitchen floor
Don't talk about mom's cooking,
wait,
bitch.
wait,
I
wait.
told you.
with the towel over them still, and she burnt the rolls. I
Wow.
swear to God, that is the truth.
Oh my god.
And that was my first experience. I was like, yeah, my mom's still around. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are times where I do struggle because religious people tell you, they're in heaven, they're watching over you, they're around you, they're guarding you. You never hear anybody say Jesus is going to send them back to talk to you.
Right.
So it's a weird thing for me because do I want to believe that my mom, for instance, it's a great way to look at it. My mom, I believe if it's possible, she's sitting next to me right now.
Right.
Possible. It
Right.
is
I mean,
possible.
right. I just want her one time to be like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like if that, don't make me do this. I will cry on the air. I can't
I'm not
do
going
it.
to make you do it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is do yourself a favor. Okay. And use either this or a pendulum. All right.
You said a pencil?
A pendulum.
Pendulum.
A pendulum. Okay.
Yeah, well, with the
Yeah.
blade on it,
Yeah,
you just want me to
yeah.
put my head right in there?
No.
Right. The pit and the pendulum.
Yeah.
No, but the pendulum, it's
Yeah, I know what you
right.
mean. Yeah.
And you can use either one of those devices and ask questions.
Let me see this. All right. Now, I did this earlier in the show, Matt.
Are you going to start by holding
I
them
know.
down and then lift
Before
them
I
up
get
slowly?
there,
Yeah.
I'm going to stand up and do this. I'm going to
Okay.
be totally sincere with the audience right
Yeah.
now. Going into this show, I didn't believe in any of this stuff, right? The meters, and I just was like, whatever. Holding these earlier, trying my best to stay perfectly still so that I didn't cause them to do anything.
Mhm.
They did it.
Yeah, Mick, I had the exact same experience you did.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
I saw her do it. They handed it to me. I was still as I could be.
All right.
So wait, let's clarify what the movements are before. Can you clarify what the movements are
So
before we
let me
start?
see if I know. If I ask them to hug me, I'm going to do this on purpose. They go like that.
Right.
Yes.
If I ask them yes, they go like that.
Yes.
Right.
If it's no, they go like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Right. Or don't move at all.
Or don't move at all. Okay.
Just take them down, shake them,
Yeah.
and bring them back up slow.
Okay. Let me get a grip on them.
Well, the closer you hold them, the less energy it takes for them.
Okay.
The less energy it
That's
takes for
good.
them. There you go. So hold it like that, and then ask your question.
Okay. It's going to be hard for me. All right. Mom, are you with me? Mom, are you here? Mom, I promise I'm not going to freak out or make a fool of myself. Are you here? Oh, what am I thinking? It's happy hour. She's drinking.
Oh my God.
That's so wrong.
Listen, I had to make a joke because I started thinking about my mom intensely there.
Yeah.
And I realized I don't even know if I'm prepared on this show for it to work.
But
Yeah,
maybe,
I hear
maybe
you,
your
man.
mother, it may be an aunt, it may
Right.
be a grandmother, maybe a great grandmother or grandfather, an uncle, whatever, a dad.
Right.
Okay. Somebody from who was involved in your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Will come back and keep an eye over you.
Let me try something. Matt, do you mind that I keep doing this?
No, I
Okay.
think it's interesting.
All right. Because listen, Matt will tell the truth. Most people know I'm full of shit, but Matt's an honest guy.
Just ask for.
Have I been a skeptic of all this? I am a skeptic, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not trying
Of course.
to, and I don't mean this rude.
No,
I'm not trying to
absolutely.
help your cause. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm also not trying to.
No, I
shit
was
on
just
it
going to
either.
say, as much as you are skeptical, you are open-minded as well.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mickey,
Okay.
what? When you ask a question, maybe keep it general. Like, is there a member of my
Got it.
family?
Okay. Can I start with them like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there someone here that knows me from the spirit world?
Whoa.
I can't do that.
Wow. Wow. I mean, you didn't move that at all, did you?
No. And it was somebody trying to give you a hug also.
I'm going to go back.
Okay. I was
If
gonna
I
say,
freak
otherwise,
out,
give me
nobody
those
judge
things
me.
too.
If I didn't,
No. It's all part of the process. You might want to step aside from the mic
Mic,
just so
yeah.
if they do want to hug you.
Matt, can you see these on?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can see it.
All right. Is the person here that knows me related to me?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Thank them.
Thank you for that answer.
And if you need extra energy, you can use some of mine. It's okay.
Are you my mother? Are you my grandmother?
Oh.
My grandma just died last.
Wow.
I don't know if this shit's real, but I'm not
Wow.
doing anything. Are you my mother's mother or my father's mother?
Right,
Yeah.
one question
One
at a time.
question at a
Are
time.
you my father's mother?
Wow.
My nanny. She
Wow.
just gave me a hug, dude.
Yep. There you go.
That's your grandmother just passed.
No,
No.
no.
Wow.
Now, if you were
Thank
not,
you, nanny. I miss you. Whew. I
Yeah.
got to take a break. I'm not kidding
Yeah.
you. Like I
Okay.
That is wild, man.
you know what happened too? Like I'm going to share this with their. When I got the hug, my whole body got warm, as,
Uh-huh.
like almost like I walked into
Mm.
another room.
Yeah.
I'm really freaked out right now. I'm not kidding. Like,
Mhm.
holy shit.
yeah.
Dude, I hear you. That's the feeling I got off the air
Hey.
when they first showed this to me, and
I'm
it wasn't anything to do with my being a relative. You know.
I'm not being the only freaked out one today.
All
Dude.
right, all right, I'll do this too.
Yeah,
I gotta
buddy.
See where people can see this.
I said,
Let me see. Wait, I'm kind of off camera.
yeah.
Can I do this seated?
Yes.
Well? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what's the first question I should ask?
You want to find out if there's anybody from your family
Yeah.
here
So,
with you?
so is there somebody from the spirit world who's in my family who's present right now?
There you go.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Thank you for your answer and
Thank
Can
you for
you-
your
energy.
answer.
Can you
Now-
give him a hug?
I didn't move that at all.
I know. I didn't
No.
either, dude.
Yeah.
You want to, next question may be either a male, and then if no answer from that, then a female.
Okay. Is this a male spirit?
It went the other way.
No,
Right. That's a no.
that's a no.
That's a hard no, dude. Ask if it's a lesbian. She's really pissed that it's not a man.
Well, listen, two of the people that are closest to me that have passed on would probably be my sister
Mhm.
and then my grandmother.
Ask, bro.
Okay.
I did the same thing, dude.
Go ahead and ask.
So is this my sister that's present here with me today?
There you go.
Dude, I'm freaking out. Like, I'm filling up for you. She just gave you a hug, bro.
There you
giving
go.
you- Yep.
Matt, I don't know what to say, brother.
I mean, I don't even know what to make of that.
It's
I
crazy,
don't know what
right?
to make of it at all. Yeah.
I'm telling everybody that knows me knows I will call bullshit in a second
Mhm.
when I see it.
yeah.
Anyone that's listened to me for any amount of time knows if I see bullshit, I go, bullshit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying that was insane.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
My grandmother, Nanny.
I mean, the answers were correct
Yes.
too. I mean, it was all correct and matched up with,
what
people,
you're doing.
Yeah.
people that passed on in my
You
life.
asked first if it's a man. It
Right.
said no.
It said no. Yeah.
Right. It's a process,
Mhm.
and you just got to remember to ask yes or no questions when using dowsing rods.
I'm floored, man. I'm absolutely blown
But you
away.
see, both of you just had your own personal experience.
Right.
Yeah.
When you come to Kim's or
Yeah.
to Brunswick, that's what I want. I want you to leave that event having your own personal experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me ask
Can
you
I
this.
have them back? I got
Yeah, sure.
Where are they?
They're right here. Let me ask him a quick
go
question
ahead.
though. So, what is the? I mean, are you guys? Do you consider yourselves a medium, or what is the difference between you guys and a medium?
It depends. I do not consider myself a medium at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
because you
I
can't see or
do-
hear them, right?
No.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I do have people that are psychic on the team. I have a wonderful team.
Yeah.
Everybody's hand chosen, and they've come through for me. I have Frank, I have Beth, I have Aiden AY, I have Kara, I have Aiden AI, I have
I have Google AI.
I
Is yours
don't
better?
have Google yet.
Jen and
You
Joy.
know, I have Jen, I have Joy, and I have a wonderful young man named Lorenzo. If it wasn't for my team, I could not do this.
Yeah.
I cannot host an event, make sure everybody's working with equipment, making sure that they're having their own personal experience without my team.
So, do people have these experiences like Mick and I are having right now, where they find people who have been in their lives that have passed on?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can get. Normally, we get responses for the House of Eyes or
Yeah.
Kim's Crypt because that's where we're doing. If they would ask if someone was with them,
Yeah.
it would give them an answer
Right.
if they were.
Mick, are you going to ask like a specific question now?
Yeah, I want to talk to my grandmother.
Yeah.
I want to ask. Okay, Nanny, are you still here? Is that a yes?
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Looks
Just
like it to
crossing.
me.
Thank you. Have you seen my mom since she died?
Yep.
Yes. That's a hard guess. Oh,
Huh.
thank you.
I can't talk.
Thank you.
I understand.
Am I?
You're very
you know-
proud of him, aren't you? I know. You have a right to be.
All right. I want to ask a different way.
Mhm.
Are you upset where you are?
Nope.
I mean, dude, I'm doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. It really is.
Ooh,
But you see, you did it. We didn't
Yeah.
do it. We just stood by
Dude.
and let you have your own experience.
Yeah.
Now ask what happens when we come to a
You ask whatever you
Private.
want. Ask yourself a question. I gotta say, I gotta do.
How can we ask a specific question? Is there a way to do that?
Not with that particular piece of
I see.
equipment.
Yeah.
But
okay.
if we have the obelisk, we have the S box.
If it's a yes or no answer, if it's
Right.
a yes or no
I
answer,
see.
you can do it with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, you might need to use a different piece of equipment.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask this. Okay. Are you with my grandfather?
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Are you? Is he happy? My grandfather.
Yes.
Dude, this is just bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening
I
right
know.
now.
I feel the same way, man. It's
Can I
like
ask you guys a sincere
something
question?
communicating.
Yes.
I mean, if you got me, you got me. Is there a remote control or something? You guys are fucking with
Absolutely
it.
not.
And I don't mean to be disrespectful,
No.
No.
Matt. I've
No,
never been this.
I had that feeling too, but I mean, look at the things. It's two pieces
It's
of
the
metal.
simplest piece of
It's
equipment.
weird that they
and
don't move until you ask.
Well, right.
Yes.
And then I
Yeah.
tried to figure out, okay, is the vibration of my voice causing these things? But it did that. It answered correctly.
Well,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to spend a whole night looking up whether these things are bullshit or not. And I'm going to read everything about it. And then I'm going to come in here tomorrow and go, Maddie wasn't here. Maddie wasn't here. They had a secret bead at the bottom or something. Yeah.
Well, when you're ready to fess up, we'll make you a pair.
I'll be honest with you, man. It's, I don't know if fessing up. I don't understand what just happened. I guess that's the way to
Yeah,
say it.
it's hard
Yeah.
to swallow, man.
It
It's
is.
just hard to.
You asked the questions, you got the responses.
Mhm.
Okay. If you want to continue to communicate,
Yeah.
there's several
They're
ways
there.
to do it.
Let me see something. Turn that on. Is it on or how do you turn that on?
Just press that.
All right. I'm going to try one other thing. Now, they
I got a question I want to ask my sister too.
go ahead.
Well, yeah.
Ask her to respond into this meter, Matt. See if that makes a difference.
All right. Do I need to be holding it, or can
No.
you be holding it? It's all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
All right, Shelly. If you're with us, move the lights for us.
Shelly, I'm Matt's partner, Mickey. I'm the one that's going to make him famous and rich. If you're here, give him the confidence he needs. You don't need any confidence, Matt. It's weird. Like,
Yeah.
is it because I moved it? Maybe it does.
I don't know. It is blinking now. Look at that.
Yeah, that is wild.
Can you light it up solid? You can use some of my energy. It's okay.
Use all of mine. Trying.
Can you
like that.
fill up? Can you light it up completely solid? And use some of my energy if you have to.
Oh, it got strong as hell when you said
See?
that.
Use my energy to fill it up all the way.
All right.
It definitely got stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to.
Press it.
Can I use the rods again?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
dude, this is freaky.
Where are they?
By the way, the rod's brought to us by Natalie's Seafood Kitchen. If you want to go up for an out of this world meal, that's where you go. Natalie's Seafood Kitchen in Falston. So good, the dead are responding to it. Holy crap, is this insane?
All right, I'm gonna try this again. This is a question for my mom. She wanted me to ask
Matt.
my sister.
Okay, let me ask you an honest question, though. And I
Yeah.
don't know the answers to these questions, so I apologize.
Yeah.
How old was your sister when she passed away?
It was a week before her 30th birthday.
Oh, wow.
And do you want to share how? Or
She had cancer. It was Hodgkin's lymphoma.
I did know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long ago did your sister pass away?
She died in 2007.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So she would be roughly in her mid 40s, 50s?
By now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just trying to get an idea for the people watching that don't know.
Yeah. All right.
All right, buddy. So you're going to try to talk to your sister, Shelly.
Yeah. So Shelly, are you with our grandmother right now? Mom's mom. Are you with her right now?
That's insane. You're getting almost another hug, dude.
The
Look at that.
microphone's in the way. Yeah.
All the way to the shoulders. Yep.
That's what my grandmother did, all the way to the shoulders.
Right.
You did not move an ounce, did you?
No, look. I mean, I'm gonna hold perfectly still.
Yeah.
Grandma, are you here with us right now?
Look at that.
Oh. Let's give you a hug.
I can't tell you what a
It's on.
what an
Did you get
intense
warm?
feeling.
Did you get
feel.
warm?
Yeah,
It's warmness, right?
it is.
That you felt a temperature change. Look at you. You're stunned.
I'm absolutely stunned.
That's how I was.
Yeah.
I'm telling everyone it happened and my body temperature went up. I don't believe in this shit. I don't know what just happened.
I want to ask her for a specific sign. Can I do that? Is that something I can do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, I don't know what you
I
mean.
don't know. Just to give me a sign that it's her. You know, like some kind of symbol or sign that it's her.
Flip off one of the lights.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Do what? Get her to turn off a light?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if that happens, the show's over. It's been awesome having you. We're off the air, and we'll be back tomorrow. But if a light goes out, I am running right the fuck out of here, just so we're clear. Go ahead,
All
buddy.
right. All right. So I guess I'm going to use these rods too, just to see what happens here. So Shelly, give me a sign just to let me know that it is you, that it is my sister that's here with me today.
Should we tell her where to light switch?
Saying yes.
She's hugging.
Yeah.
And
She's hugging you.
See.
that's what more reassurance do you need?
Yeah, for real.
I mean, it's like
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, man.
parlor tricks don't really work.
Right.
Only in movies.
On demand, yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Spirits do not, do things, when we tell them to.
Yeah.
It's just like you leading your life. It's like you ask a specific question.
I don't.
And you know what? It's nice to know, and it's a little bit of reassurance for yourself that you're not alone. Okay, you have somebody looking out for your interest, someone who's hopefully going to keep you from making a really, really stupid decision. I know I got kicked in the head one night when I was sleeping. I was thinking about, oh, never mind.
Yeah. Let's leave. Yeah. So let's leave jail out of this show. I had a similar experience. We've all been there, buddy. I got to be honest with you, Kathy, and you guys.
It's okay.
It's just, I wouldn't be sold if it was just those things doing it. I could go, okay, it's some kind of weird balance thing that you have to be perfectly still. And if you're thinking, you move a little bit. That wouldn't be enough. But when I felt my body temperature get warm,
Yeah.
and then I got to be honest, when I was talking, I felt like I was heard.
Absolutely.
I didn't feel like I was talking to an empty room.
Right.
I felt like I was talking to somebody. And then when it went all the way to the hug thing, I literally felt, it's like when someone hugs you, you feel warm.
Yeah.
Like their body heat.
Yeah. I felt something in my chest.
Right here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
it's, you can only get that kind of love from somebody who loves you unconditionally.
You're right, by the way. You only get that feeling from true love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and trust and compassion.
So-
I am speechless.
I am too. What are they're dowsing rods, but what are they made of? And what else can you tell us about those things?
You can use brass or copper.
Yeah.
Those are the two standard.
Why do
I
you
don't
think that
know.
is?
Are those conductive? Do brass and copper carry electricity?
Of course.
They do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know what copper does. Does brass?
I don't
Yes.
know.
I don't
It
know.
does. You use brass.
And that's how the spirits can manifest that.
Right, through the
energy.
electric.
Oh, so
the
it's
energy.
electrical? Is that the theory of it?
Well, it's energy.
It's energy
Yeah.
which can convert to electricity. So,
Okay.
Yeah, in a way.
It's
I get it, man. I
Right.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I listen.
yeah. And what happens is we buy these, buy the stock, and then I cut them to a specific length for the arms and for the
Yeah.
handles. And then she does the beading not
And that's it.
beating.
Right. Yeah, I'm in for the beating. Kath, what day do you do that tour?
What day do you want it to
Yeah,
be?
tomorrow will be great for me.
All right.
I've been a
then.
naughty boy.
Yeah, we do ghost dungeon tours.
Yeah. Listen, you guys, Matt, I almost got to end the show, dude. I am mentally, I can't stop thinking about it.
I know
Like-
we can't end it yet. We still got to do music news.
All right, let's do that.
And I just want to say before we get into that, the paranormal investigations at the Haunted Mill are going to be happening July 19th. KimsCrypt.com for details and tickets. It's Crypt with a K, Kims, KRYPT.com. And it'll be YouTube as the ghost hunters and guides there,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be me and members of my team. Absolutely.
Good news is, if try to make this one on July 19th, but you have a couple other coming up as well. There's one in August and September, but July 19th is the very next one.
Yes.
Yeah. Want to do some music news, Mick?
Whatever. Dude, I'm telling you, I am mentally, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah.
That's a life-changing thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Everybody just witnessed it live.
I hear you.
I just had my grandmother come to me. I think,
Mhm.
I'm going to get tons of texts privately from
Yeah.
people like, dude, that shit's not real. Read this link. I know what I felt.
Right.
Yep.
Explain the body temperature. I throw the rods away. I don't give a
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
My body temperature went up. I've
Yeah.
never felt that in my life.
Yeah.
I've had weird experiences. I felt cold. I never felt hot because of something without it being a hot room
Yeah.
or the sun or I'm next to a piece of equipment. I'm telling you, you felt it too, right?
Yeah. I mean, and the answers were correct.
Yeah.
But, every single thing, right?
Yeah. Let's get to Matt's Music Minute, brought to us by God, I guess. I don't know who the hell just was in this room. Anyway, Natalie's Seafood Kitchen, right in Falston, a beautiful, awesome restaurant.
We'll be there tomorrow if you want to join us.
Yeah, and get the dowsing rods. It's amazing. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Yeah. Holy crap. We'll be there tomorrow at 5 as usual. Matt, do your thing, bro. I'm blown away right
All
now.
right, man. I don't know if you saw this, but Paul McCartney, we were wondering if he was going to be around because he teased us yesterday by putting up a couple pictures of his pics with red, white, and blue on his Instagram. And people thought, is he announcing a North American tour? The answer is yes. He just announced his first North American tour in 3 years. The Got Back Tour starts September 29th in Palm Desert, California, and wraps up with a pair of shows in Chicago on November 24th and 25th. He'll be playing arenas except for 3 stadium dates, October 4th in Vegas, October 11th in Denver, and October 17th in Minneapolis, and 1 theater show, November 6th in Nashville. Registration is open now for a pre-sale at paulmccartneygotback.com. The pre-sale starts at 10 a.m. local time, and remaining tickets go on sale to the public on Friday, July 18th. So, yeah, man, go see Paul. Go see Macca.
My sister just texted me.
Yeah?
And she said, oh my God, that was awesome. I responded. I said, I'm shaking. And she said, I can see that. I started crying.
Oh.
Wow.
Like, I'm telling you, like, my family knows me. Like, they know I'm not going to just do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. Right? It's just not my personality.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go along with the trick. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I've never experienced something like that. I felt something out of my control for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
That.
I want it all to be real.
You do, right?
But I felt it and I saw it. You know what I mean? What else are you gonna make of that though? I don't know what else to make of it. I'm just blown away.
I'm starting to understand that maybe there isn't really an explanation that we can give to each other.
Yeah.
Because we don't humans, we don't understand it, because to us, all we know is the physicality of life, being alive. And maybe there is afterwards this whole thing. And maybe it is like guardian angels and things like that. And we don't know how to explain to make everybody understand if you throw religion. All I know is I feel like I'm probably never going to be in the car alone again. Like my grandmother tolerates a lot of shitty music and thoughts. You know what I mean? Because if she's with me all the time, by the way, I love the fact that it's her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love that woman, my nanny. Yeah.
Of course.
And it might explain why I'm batshit crazy, because she was a little, you know.
Well, let me ask you guys.
Yeah.
You said there's a way to like get letters from them. It's not on a Ouija board. You said not to use that. What's the reason for that, number one? And what do you use if I wanted to ask my sister to spell something for me?
Okay. The Ouija board I will not use because I have seen and heard some very strange stories come out.
Huh.
My personal belief, and not everybody in the paranormal community agrees with me, it is a tool. Yes, it is one that I will not open because I have to feel 100% sure that if I have you to my house and I use this Ouija board, I'm opening that portal.
Yeah,
But-
I get it.
But am I going to be able to safely close it
Right.
so that you're protected and I'm protected?
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen. So if you call me and say, I think my house is haunted, one of the first questions is going to be,
Have you been drinking?
drinking doesn't bother me. Have you used a Ouija board?
Right. Yeah.
Because I need to know, because that
It makes your job impossible almost, right?
It makes it difficult because you don't know what has come through.
Yeah. Well, from what I heard somebody explain a Ouija board one time, and they said, pretend it's a door to the afterlife, but it doesn't go to heaven or hell. It just sits there and both are allowed through.
Yeah.
So it's up
That's
to you.
a good way of putting it.
It's up to you if you want to open that door or not. All good could come through,
Right.
but all bad could come through as well.
Well, let me ask you
Yes.
this. So what is the way to do it, and why is that the way?
There are a couple different ways. There are a couple apps that you can download on your phone that actually work as a novelist. It has a dictionary of, say, 500,000 words, and that gives off the energy.
Yeah.
Then it will spell it so that you can read it. Because sometimes when you get a voice or a word, you have to.
A voice.
Yeah.
Some people hear this shit.
Well, no, it
What-
comes
on
over
the
on
equipment.
a microphone.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you
can-
hear the voice of someone, a spirit.
Yes, you can hear the words being spoken,
Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily
Me-
represent a man or a woman.
Right.
Right.
I got.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
Yeah.
it's like, that's why.
So you can ask for a response, and you might get it clear, or you might get it where you have to almost throw it out because
You can't
Can't
quite
really-
grasp what they're
exactly.
saying. Yeah, I get it.
and one of the things with my team is they will not manufacture any evidence.
Right.
If it's not there, it's
not
not there.
there.
Yeah, that's my thing. If my grandmother would have just shut up or not been there, I'd have been like, okay, she wasn't here. And I
Yeah.
would have never thought about it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But she gave me a hug.
Oh, yeah.
So what is the app that you use then? What is the app that you recommend?
There is one that's, and I'm sure I'm going to screw up the name.
Can you just
Necrophonic, something like that.
Okay. But you have other methods that you use besides the apps, though.
Yes, we do have an novelist that we can use.
An obelisk.
Yes,
Okay.
and it
Novelist, yeah.
will
Can you
say
describe
the
that?
word. They're built a couple different ways. One way is just a regular handheld device, and it's got a little LED screen, and you'll hear the word, and then it shows up on the screen what the word
And it'll
is.
save it to a library so that you can go back and look at the words
Huh.
Yeah.
and kind of
Yeah.
put your story together. 'cause
dude, have we done the music minute yet?
No, we got one more. It's kind of funny.
All right, let's get to that. I'm just saying, I am so overwhelmed right
Yeah.
now.
So the Oasis brothers, you'll be interested in this story.
Yeah, I
Nick.
love the Oasis.
Liam and Noel Gallagher use a bizarre hack, they say, to keep their vocals top notch. They're using straw phonation to keep their vocals in top shape for their Oasis
What is
Live
that?
25 tour. Well, funny you should ask, Mick, because I have a video here
Uh-oh.
I'm
of
coming
a
over to
lady
look.
demonstrating straw phonation.
what the straw does is it helps us generate energy into our breath energy, and also helps the larynx feel its position and getting things correct. A really great exercise is simply to take your straw, put it in some water, and just blow bubbles.
She's gonna blow some bubbles, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, she got Michael Jackson's monkey.
Hey, by the way, tell her my nickname is
Here's how
Bubble.
to use the straw besides blowing bubbles.
Now watch this.
You're going to take it, you're going to use it almost like a kazoo. So you're going to buzz into it. Mmm.
That's what the Gallagher brothers do, man. Gallagher
Bro,
brothers do
let me
this.
tell
So
you
what you can do with the straw is just
Very much.
buzz with it
Watch
as
the
a
technique.
warm up. Mmm. I like to do little sirens.
She likes to do sirens. This sounds like some of the ghosts you meet. doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest, those sounds aren't pretty.
They are not pretty.
Yeah.
I want to say this. So, one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, it's not funny actually,
Yeah.
when I realized the first time I was working at Hammerjacks and Kicks played, where I'm a man, like I'm in the back, I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
there.
I
Kicks-
took vocal lessons from Steve
You
Whiteman,
know what
by
I'm
the
gonna
way.
talk about,
I do
right?
know, yeah.
So I'm told, hey, you got to go up in the dressing room, tell them 20 minutes, right? So I go up in the dressing room, and Steve Whiteman is standing in the dressing room. Now, if you know Kicks, Steve Whiteman, the greatest front man of all time, he's kind of got a towel over his face, and he's kind of dancing, and he's going in screaming into a towel like,
Yeah.
and I go in and I knew Steve was a huge Steve Martin fan.
Yeah.
So I walk into the room and he's doing that, and the whole band's there, and I walk in and I go, he hates those towels, like from the jerk, right? He hates these cans. And Steve Whiteman goes, "Whoa," goes, that was hilarious. Not right now. Whoa, and he goes right back to warming up. And then he comes down the steps, and they're getting ready to go on, and he's Steve,
Yeah.
he's in full blown front guy, and I'm standing in the office, and he walks through, and he looks over at me, and he goes, we're going to talk about that later. That was hilarious. Right now, I got to go be an asshole. See ya. And he walks on stage, and it's incredible. And after the show, he comes down, and he goes, I'm telling you, I had to stop you then because I wouldn't have been able to finish my warm-up. And I go, what is that? He goes, well, it's a technique I use to warm my voice up, and it actually warms the air back into your throat as you say, it was just fat. And then for years.
He worked with one of the top vocal coaches in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't realize it. Steve, to me, I mean, I got him in my top 5 front men.
Oh, no question.
Do you have him in yours?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay.
Amazing front.
Yeah. I watched Nick Colt. I've been watching his podcast, by the way.
Yep.
And it's incredible. And he said, he goes, they were talking about him being a front man. And he said, he goes, well, Steven Tyler is the greatest. He's like, how do you get cooler than that guy? Everything he does. So I was like, well, I can't do that. So I was just going to go out and be as funny and goofy and silly as I could be.
Yeah.
And that was his thing.
We need to get him on the show.
Oh,
man.
my God.
Yeah.
I mean, he's my goat.
Yep.
If I get him in, I might quit the show.
Yeah.
Well, there's 4 people. If I get in, I'm quitting because I don't care anymore. Steve Whiteman is one, without a doubt. Number 2, and these will never happen. That's why I say it.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Billy Idol. Number 3, Johnny Rotten. And number 4, John Lennon. So it's going to be tough to get number
Well,
4.
look, grab those rods and see if John Lennon's with us, will you?
I'm kidding. My 4th would probably be
Eddie Murray.
Before she dies. No, honestly, probably Carol Burnett.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
such a huge impact on me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
One of the funniest human beings that ever lived.
Yep.
So far ahead of her time. Genius. I love her.
You don't want to see if John Lennon's here?
You got where's the sticks? All right.
Right
Okay.
here.
I want to see something. Okay.
Okay,
This is an interesting question.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Right.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to let it be. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I like how these things, like, I don't do anything. Oh, John's saying.
That's a giant no.
Yeah, John's saying, fuck off. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, here we go. Is there anyone famous around me?
No,
That's a no, right?
that's a
Yes.
no.
Okay. Are there other people here besides my grandmother?
Well, that's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it my family or is it people
Well,
that
I'm
are
gonna-
not related to
I'm gonna
me?
Find out. Am I related to more people here?
Nope.
No.
Do I know the other people here?
Hmm. Did you ever meet my sister?
I don't think so, Matt, but I don't want to say no.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, that thing
Yeah, it
answered.
says no.
It said no.
Huh.
Do you have any close friends that have passed, or
Are you a friend of mine who died?
hell no?
Or I don't even know how to, I can't ask how, do I know you from work?
Yes.
What? We both know somebody that we love very much who passed away from our work. There's a couple people, but
Is this a radio personality?
wow.
Can only be one, right?
Yeah. Well, I would guess it would be that person. Well, there are two,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's two of them.
Is this Lopez?
Awesome.
Wow.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
What is happening?
I don't know. Let me. Can I see those?
Yeah, dude. This is fucked up.
All right. Because I got to ask. Do you guys mind if we're using your
No.
Dallin
No.
rods?
While Matt sets up here, is the camera on me? Listen, I have said a lot of shit in my career that is straight up bullshit just to get a reaction. On my mother, who is no longer with us, my grandmother, who's in the room, apparently,
Yeah.
everything I'm doing right now, to my knowledge, is real.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no fucking idea what's happening right now. And it's got my mind a little goofy.
Yeah. All right. I got to ask I guess I got to see if my sister's still with us for this question. So, Shelly, are you still with us here today?
She's here, bro.
Here she's here. All right.
She can't stop hugging you, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Were you guys very close, Matt? Yeah.
So I want to ask, are you around our parents often?
Holy shit. She keeps hugging you, dude.
Yeah.
Did you guys hug a lot?
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
See?
And I want to ask, I want to ask this for my parents too. Do you give mom and dad signs that you're around?
dude,
Nothing
that's,
but love.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say to you because I know how you feel right now.
Yeah.
It's the craziest. Listen, I'm a wordsmith, right? For a living.
Yeah.
I'm fucking speechless.
I know. I feel the same way. I don't even know what to say right now.
All I can say is this. I'm ending the show because
Yeah.
it's just a letdown after this.
Yeah.
This has been the most amazing sort of experience
Yeah.
I've maybe ever had in my life. I want to get you guys back down.
Okay.
And I want to, I actually, Matt, I want to pursue this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something with this because
Okay, it would be great. Would you guys be willing to bring in, I forget what you called it, the obelisk? Would you be willing to bring
Yeah.
something like that in next time?
Yes.
That would be really interesting.
can we make it like really soon? Because I don't want this to wear. Do you guys live far from here?
Nope.
Matt, I'm thinking next week if we can.
Sure.
They
Yeah,
come
I mean,
back
if you
in.
guys are up for it, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, we've never done this for you, and I feel badly now. Do you guys do houses and help people?
We do.
Yes.
Okay.
We do.
How do people get a hold of you?
We have a Facebook page for
Which is-
Berkley Paranormal Society.
Say that again.
Berkley Paranormal Society.
No,
B-A-R-K.
it's B-E-R.
Oh, B-E-R-K-L-E-Y.
ELEY.
E-L-E-Y. Did we put it up?
We can.
We're going to
we
put
can,
that
yeah.
up. We'll put it up on the post of this show. We can edit that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you guys, wow, this is so real and incredible, whatever. I am going to tell you,
I think it's something you got to experience.
and
Yes.
if anyone ever experiences what I just experienced, you cannot deny that something happens.
Yeah.
And I'm just being straight. If this is all a trick, you guys are fucking Houdini. But if it's not, it's the
No.
craziest thing
Yeah.
I have ever experienced.
Yeah.
It's not like they just cross when they feel like it.
Right.
It's when you ask the goddamn question.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's the correct answer for a lot of the questions
Right.
that we know are correct.
Because
right?
I would not have known the answer
Right.
to those questions.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even if I wanted to manipulate it, I couldn't because I don't know what the correct
Here's the
answer
weird
Sure.
thing. With me, there were 2 no's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because my mom there, no.
Mhm.
And I forget the other one. There, it just didn't move.
It was male
Yeah.
or female.
Yeah,
maybe,
or something. Yeah, or
yeah.
do I know you from? Are you in my family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Do I
Yeah.
know you from work? Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Was it from the radio? Yes. Is it Lopez? Yes.
Yeah.
I got to ask one more question from Lopez. It's
Yeah,
just my
yeah,
own ego
yeah.
at this point.
No.
If I'm talking to him,
Sure.
okay. Lopez, are you still here? All right.
That's incredible, man.
Now I am moving my hands to reset them. I don't
Yes.
want to lie to
Yes.
people. Okay. Lopez, do you think this show is good?
There you
Now,
go.
for those of you that know Lopez,
Yeah.
he didn't like any goddamn.
right.
Hold on, dude.
I think he just gave us his blessing, though.
One more question. Is this show better than anything on the radio? Give me a
I'm
hug.
giving you a hug. I think he just said congratulations.
Yeah.
That was kind of a joke.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Joke question for everybody else. I didn't think
Yeah.
it was going to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Matt, I got to end the show.
I know. I get it. Let's give him another plug, though.
Yeah,
for,
please.
for the
Wait
event.
a minute.
yes,
Can
ma'am.
we?
Anything you want.
Okay. Not only can you meet us at Kim's Crypt on
Yes.
July 19th, we are also going to be July 12th at the Brunswick Heritage Museum in Brunswick, Maryland. It is a wonderful place to visit. Aside from ghost hunting, it's a train station. They've got all kinds of miniature trains and things like that. So much history there to experience.
And a bunch of history from
Come-
the C&O Canal and the B&O Railroad.
See, I would just dig
And
that
Oh, I
one.
lots
know.
of-
Right.
Lots of spirits there from accidents in the coal mines and the railroad. So come on out, meet my team. You'll have your own personal experience. And I have 2 special family members that I want to shout out to, and that's Mary Barnes and Mary Bennett, because they both have not been to some of our events due to health reasons. But
Well,
next time.
I'll tell you right now. Apparently, I can talk to the afterlife.
Yeah.
yes,
So if they have powers, I want them to help your friends.
yes,
So let's send all that energy to them.
yes.
Matt, I got to tell you,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of things in my life for real.
Mhm.
I've had amazing experiences. I've been at the top of almost the top of a volcano in Iceland. I have been to the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. I have seen things concert-wise and performance-wise that very few people can say. I have interviewed people that are incredible. I have had the luckiest life of any human. What I just experienced is the most fascinating thing I
Yeah.
have ever experienced in my life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, that's exactly it. I like you. I'm just at a loss for words. But go experience this with them as your guides. July 19th at Kim's Crypt. It's kimscrypt.com, KIMS, Crypt with a K, KRYPT.com. Get all the details and tickets there. July 19th. And yeah, and of course your event. And follow them on Facebook. It's Berkley
Paranormal Society. And this Saturday from 6 to 10, we will be at the Brunswick Heritage Museum. You got to come out and experience it. It's
You guys-
amazing. And Julie, along with Kim, they're both awesome people to work with. So you got to come out and meet them.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want people to just meet you guys. You guys are so
Yeah.
nice, so cool.
Thank
And thanks for being cool with two guys that don't know what they're doing in this world, but we're fascinated by it.
But you know what? You had your own experience.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to touch anything.
did
That's
got-
what it's all about.
You guys didn't do any like that.
No.
She has the same effect on me.
Yeah. That's why you've been hugging her all day. I get it, brother. Look, everybody, no BS. What just happened today, I've said it 100 times already. It's truly something I don't really understand, and I don't know what happened, but I can honestly say I didn't manipulate anything. As far as I know, they didn't,
No.
and it's bizarre.
I'm sorry, man. I got to ask one more question. I just thought about something.
With the rods?
Yeah, man.
Okay, bro.
There's something wild that happened. I just thought about this that happens at my parents' house.
Yeah.
When we're there, there's a light. There's nothing wrong with the light. My parents live in a relatively brand new house,
Right.
but there's always been this light that kind of blinks on and off when we talk about my sister. And
Find out, bro.
just at different random times. There's nothing wrong with the lamp.
Find
We
out.
always think that,
Let's see.
that it's my sister. So, Shelly, if you're with us, let us know. Is that you when you blink that light? Is that you giving us a sign and letting us know that you're there?
We'll see you guys tomorrow at 5. I don't know what to fucking say anymore. Bro, I don't know what to say to you, bro.
I don't know what to say either. But that's
See you tomorrow.
I hope that's true.
Wrap it up.
Thank you guys very much for having
Thank
us.
you guys. You're amazing. I'm going to go take a
Yes,
shower and watch the
absolutely.
devil off of me. I don't know what just happened.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you guys. Mind blown.